Good evening, Glenn.
Hello, Charlie.
Can you give me an update, please, on Jim?
Well, again, I spoke to the family today, Charlie, and they have not decided to bring him out of the sedation.
Yeah.
He's heavily sedated, and they was going to bring him out of it to ask him about having this operation, and then probably get straight on with doing it. But he's now ended up with infection in his lungs, so he's taking antibiotics. They're giving him antibiotics, and they said as soon as they can clear the infection up, then they're going to, bring him out of the sedation and see where they go from there. So, unfortunately, there's not a lot of news apart from he's still in the same position as he was, a week ago.
Yeah, but the news now is that it's complicated a little bit more with them finding that he's got this infection.
Yes.
So they can't wake him up. Because if they wake him up, they know they can't do anything about it anyway. So right. So that's complicated a bit more. So it looks it's got to be a while. This is.
All we could do with doing is waiting to see if the infection goes. Then they can bring him out the, heavy sedation that he's under.
Yeah.
And they can ask him if he is going to have this operation. If he says yes, then they can go ahead with it. And Jim will surely get back to leading a normal life, more or less straight away after that.
I'm remembering now of my eldest brother who was in more or less the same situation. He was really heavily sedated for quite some time. But every so often he used to wake up, or I don't know if he woke up on his own, but then they was sedated again to go back to sleep because of his pains. Is that the same with Jim? Does he wake up at all?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Now, if his partner talks to him and tells him that that he's there, and the people around him wanting him to be awake, and she says to him every day, "Your friend Glenn Darren's rung up," and apparently he has tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
He has opened his eyes a couple of times and quickly closed them, but it shows you that there's probably something going off there, that he can probably listen in. But, as I say, the moment that his infections are cleared, then they can sort of get to business, and let's just hope that, really that's what's going to happen.
Right, so it's just a time of waiting. That's all it is now, isn't it? It's just a time of waiting. And
it's a waiting time now, and, every day, for twice a day, I've been in touch with the family. I have said to the family, I hope you don't mind ringing. They said, no, we'd like to talk to you, Glenn. They know what we're doing, Charlie. They know that we're getting it out to everybody. So people's got an update. Even though there's not a lot of information, at least people know that things are still away.
Yeah, right.
The family are very appreciating us doing what we're doing, Charlie.
Right. Give my regards and love to them, and tell them there's not a lot more we can do.
No.
As I said to you, I think it was yesterday, we can pray for him, but our prayers are not going to help him. We know that because I believe there is a life after, but at the same time, there's so many wars on. You pray to God that they stop and that they don't stop. So
they don't stop now.
It's helping ourselves to relieve ourselves, as I said yesterday, more than anything, isn't it?
Well,
really.
After speaking to the family today, she, Jim's partner said that she would like me to go to the hospital. Because they've had a week of all going and, doing the thing. When you go to the hospital, there's nothing happening, you see.
Yep.
Now, she said, I would like you to come, Glenn, because maybe
if
he would hear your voice.
If he heard your voice or he saw you.
Yeah. So we're talking, a bit closer to going and visiting him, because when you're in intensive care, it is family only, really, immediate.
Yeah, I know, you're not allowed in. I know that you're not allowed in unless he's got no family, or the family give way and say, right, so and so can go to that. I know all that paper roll of, as I say, we've been through it and that. We know all about that.
But she has had a word with his sister, because I have rung the hospital on occasions, and the sister in the hospital has been very, very decent with me.
That's good.
She didn't give too much information, but at least she's filled me in with little bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And now the family's talking about, inviting me to go down to the hospital, and just the presence being there might help him along,
Trigger something off, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good what you do, Charlie, by the way.
Don't even mention it. I just want to see... I mean, I'll see this bloke and at least hear this bloke's on his feet again and thinking of doing a gig of some sort.
Yes.
I know that's a long way off, a long way.
Yes.
He may never do one again anyway. You know that as well as I do. Right then, Glenn. I'll give you a call tomorrow night about the same time.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, thanks very much, Charlie.
Right, thank you very much, Glenn. Love to the family.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, mate.